As I told you in my last video, I went to see my friend Mette, who lives in Århus, which is like on the other side of Denmark compared to Copenhagen, where I'm from. And we did a bunch of vegan food, and I promised you that I would do a few recipe videos, so this is the first one. And basically we did a pizza dough, and it was quite big, so the next day we were able to use it for our veggie dogs as well. And so the pizza was this calzone, and fusioned with a very common Danish dish, which is like Danish meatballs in a curried sauce, if you can say that. And so basically we did the pizza dough and then just put the other dish inside, and it turned out really well. Also, the next day when we went to this festival, it was a great like lunch thing, as it just kind of magically turned into a pirog overnight in the fridge. So that was awesome. And yeah, so the next day we made veggie dogs with carrot sausages. It might be weird to call them sausages because they didn't taste like sausages. They taste like baked carrots, but still you get the feeling of a veggie dog when you put all the other stuff that you usually put on top. Like we made this one, which is like, we would say is like the Nordic version, with pickled stuff and kale and fried onion. And then this kind of Mexican style with corn, fresh corn, and fried onion rings and salsa and guac. Lots of guacamole. Really awesome. Yeah, so but let's dig into the recipes. Enjoy. So have all the ingredients that you need for your dough close by, so you can just add as you go. We don't have a set recipe. We're just kind of going with the flow. And here I'm trying to adjust my camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Still adjusting. Okay, yeah. So put the water in a bowl and then add the yeast. Mix it together into this liquidy base that you just then have to put the rest of your ingredients into. The water should be lukewarm, so it doesn't kill the bacteria in the yeast. And then you add some sugar, also to please the yeast. It loves sugar. Oh god. Yeah, and then you just start adding your flour. As I said before, or wrote before, we're using wheat flour and durum. Just mixing until you get the right consistency. So once you feel like you reach the right consistency of your dough, you set it aside to rest, and while it's resting, you can prep your other ingredients. We're making the curry sauce, the tomato sauce, and a tomato paste to put inside the pizza. And here, here I'm showing you these garlic cloves, that like ice cubes of garlic basically that Mette made. She took this ice cube tray and put a bunch of peeled garlic in there with oil, and then it's basically ready in the freezer for whatever you're cooking where you want garlic. It's really handy. Now that we have all the different components ready for the pizzas, we just take out the dough and cut it into these pieces that we roll out, and then we just start adding the filling. The tomato paste went on the bottom, and then we have the rice on top of that, and then the sauce, curry spinach sauce, and on top of that we put the meatballs, and these were ready-made meatballs from Astrid och Aporna, which is a Swedish brand. They make awesome vegan products. I really like these meatballs. And then yeah, we're basically just putting it together. We didn't know the right way to actually close these pizzas up, so after they went into the oven they opened a bit, but in the end that didn't matter because they tasted really good anyways, and then because they opened a bit we were able to put like extra sauce in there as we were eating them. Okay, on to the veggie dogs, and I'm basically dubbing myself here because I'm not really saying anything interesting. Maybe apart from apart from this
hot dogs.
Yeah, so let's see how we did those. So first thing we did was to marinate the carrots. I'll put a list of the ingredients in the description below the video, but basically it's good to do this first because they are going to need to stay in the oven for at least like an hour, a good hour. We took them out here after like 45 minutes or so, but they were not done yet. They should be a bit soft. Yeah, here they're completely hard. So back in the oven they went. And then we just prepared the rest of the toppings for the veggie dogs. A lot of the toppings we already had, or Mette had made in advance, like the pickled cucumbers and onions and beets and capers. But then we made the kale for the Nordic one, and then for the Mexican one, chopping some corn. along with that, we made some onion rings that went into the oven with the carrots, and then there was a ready-made salsa, and we did a guacamole, and then chopped some spring onions, and Mette had already made a mayo that we used. And yeah, what else? Like ketchup and mustard, fried onions, sprouts. I'm gonna make a list while we're assembling the veggie dog, so you can see all of the stuff that we put in there. And so yeah, that's it. 2 different recipes using one dough. Or I guess it's not really a recipe video since I'm not like so detailed with all the cooking, but you should let me know if you want more details. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video like this, and I look forward to seeing you again. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye!